All right. Hi, Richard. How are you? You look great. Look at that blue suit.
I just said I look terrible today. Thank you.
Now you look wonderful for that's your Seattle Seahawks suit.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you love the
Just
Seahawks, especially the old Seahawks. Back in the day. Yeah.
no, 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 no. But I do like Sam Darnold. Um,
I like his story. You agree?
I love his story. Yeah, I love his story. Though it's really there's a lesson there. Um, a good horse can be a good horse if he's got the right jockey, but a good horse with a bad jockey just doesn't work.
I
So,
agree.
so I think that's what you have with Sam Darnold. I like him. I mean, the Super Bowl obviously was terrible. Um,
Awful.
yeah, just terrible. But then they rekindle the defense wins championships, blah, 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 blah. That's true, but the offense has to score some freaking points, right?
Well, do you know what
So
I like about Sam Darnold is he realized who he was. He knew his talent level. He
yeah,
understands that you don't want to say like don't lose the game, but it's okay to use your other pieces around you and just not make mistakes. Like that's
Ben
okay in life.
Ben Roethlisberger, his success in years 1 and 2, as quoted, um, just manage the team.
Right.
Manage the team, right? Don't try to be a hero. That evolved. First, you have to be comfortable and you have to manage the team. It's almost like a quarterback. Like if I think they used uh, Drake May way wrong. I would have been doing the same Joe Montana. I would have made him Joe Montana or Brock Purdy. Short pass, play action, short, 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 confidence builders, then take your shots. The kid's 23 years old, man. Come on.
They let
I
him
mean,
take a lot of hits, don't they?
yeah, they do. And it's just crazy. But so that's that. Um, what do you think of the Olympics?
I don't have much of an interest in the Winter Olympics.
No?
What do you think of them? Well, I will say this: it won't get noticed as much, but whether it was for herself or for her country or a mix of both, the effort Lindsey Vaughn put through to get out there is one of the
Yeah.
most monumental, gutted up efforts in
Yeah.
sports history, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I really admire her for that. And it's a great lesson. What do you think of this is kind of political.
I'm fine with it. Them people using their platform to make political statements.
Well, that's part A. Part B is we have Eileen, I forget her last name, who is Chinese American, right? Chooses to represent China.
Uh-huh.
She's an American citizen. What do you feel about um, people who are American citizens representing different countries in the Olympics?
I actually, a lot of times it's a pathway to become an Olympian because you're not good enough to beat the pool is too deep in your
Yeah,
sport a lot of
right,
times. And so
right.
thus that's your pathway to become an Olympian. Um, I don't begrudge them, especially if they feel okay with it and they have legitimate citizenship.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either, but it seems to be controversial.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of conversation about that this morning. And so I wondered what your take is. I don't have a problem either. It's like Sidney Crosby playing for Canada in the Olympics, right?
That's where he's born. It's what it is. I mean, he
Right,
doesn't reside there full go. He lives here, but it,
right.
it is what it is. I don't
Yeah.
mind it. The other thing, too, I actually don't mind when people sit at press conferences, make these political statements about this or ICE or whatever. You know what? I don't mind it, but here's the thing. You can't complain about it if somebody responds to it. If they make those statements and know going in they can receive criticism, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, I'm too. Um,
But
what'd you think of
I don't watch the
what'd you think
Olympics
of the
much.
halftime show?
Again, it's one of those things I always need to remind myself, especially as I'm getting older, that it's not for me. It's to get as many eyes on the product as possible. And generally, that skews toward the 30 and under sect. Um, it's a worldwide artist. It had more of a World Cup feel than a
Yeah,
Super Bowl feel. And
that's a good
I'm
point.
I'm totally okay with it
Yeah.
because it just it's an international audience and an international event.
Yeah,
So
I didn't like the show for no other reason than I just didn't like the show. I love the music. I love his music. I
well,
really do.
that's the problem. You're allowed to not like the show, and that's just the reason. It
Yeah,
doesn't mean you have a political leaning. It doesn't mean you're
right,
this or that or ist or some other
right.
ist or don't like a certain group of people. We've gone down a road to where a sandwich isn't a sandwich anymore. It's okay to look at it and go, I just didn't like the show. And that's the end of it.
Right.
There's
And
no
that is the end of it. But I didn't like the show. Honestly, like if I'm walking through a mall and all the stores play the music and they have it on loop, and I'll go, "Oh my God, I love that song." And I'll Shazam it. It always comes back to Bad Bunny because I love Spanish. I love the Spanish music.
there are two types of music in this world that are truly international. It's dance music and it's jazz music. And because the lyrics, jazz doesn't have any lyrics, but the dance music, people are drawn to the beat and not the words. So you can play them in Germany and Brazil and New York City, and it's all the same because it's the beat and not the words. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah, it is. And so that's funny because I'm not a Kid Rock fan either. Okay.
right?
And so they had their alternative concert, and I heard him perform. Geez, I forget the name of the song, and man, I became a Kid Rock fan. I loved the way he performed that song. I,
Yeah, I'm just not a kid. I don't think Kid Rock was good when he was good. Um,
I wasn't a fan either, but I loved the song. I loved the song he did. What was it? Do you know the song?
it was so good you
Do you,
forgot it.
do you know the song? No, now I'm
Was
gonna
it an
lose it.
old Kid Rock song?
No, no, it's like about why is Chelsea staring at me laughing at me?
Because she's going, I can't believe you brought up Kid Rock. You wear your cowboy hat better than Kid Rock, by the way.
Well, he wasn't wearing a cowboy hat.
No, what? No. I don't know. The Bad Bunny stuff, I'll say this. I think it's the most overblown, divisive story maybe that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It
It,
was very divisive. It was divisive. That's a good word. But
for,
I really liked what you said. It's okay to not like the show. It doesn't mean I don't like his politics. It doesn't mean I don't like him. It doesn't mean that I mean it doesn't mean anything. I just didn't like the show.
right. It's like
Right?
and it's okay to like the show and not necessarily agree with someone's politics. Like we've gotten away
100%.
from independently just liking and disliking things without there being an ulterior motive.
Yeah. Uh,
That's it.
I agree with that 1,000%. Is anybody watching this right now?
Yeah, a bunch
Um,
of people,
are
millions,
they?
more than the Kid Rock show.
Okay, good. So I want to just say this. Savannah Guthrie and your family, we wish you the best.
Oh,
It's just a horrible story. I hate to tell you that I follow it morning, noon, and night. And
it's
it's a tragedy that I really hope that we overcome and really solve the problem. I think it's a really important piece of American history right now.
I sort of fell off of it for 3 or 4 days, but then when I saw the ring cam video, I don't know how you can not be drawn to it from a
Yeah,
human level. It's
yeah.
scary.
I mean, it is. It is.
Eh,
And could you imagine that lady seeing looking at that?
no,
I mean, I can't imagine anybody looking at that and not being afraid.
I can't imagine me looking at it or you looking at it or somebody who you think you might stand a good chance and
Yeah,
at least put up a fair fight, and
yeah,
let alone an 84-year-old woman or whatever.
yeah. It's terrible and it's tragedy. And I don't know if anybody will listen to this or hear this, but I think it's important that I at least acknowledge it and thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
And I mean that. So,
Well, I know you're busy.
all
Got a lot of things
right,
to do today.
we covered a lot of topics.
I will talk to you soon.
Arrivederci.